And now, back to Mr. Pokemon's house, legitimately this time, because now we actually have stuff to do. There we go. Hi, I'm Axis. I have something I want to have. And just about to send an email to Professor Oak. I mean, you're not even by your computer, so how are you sending email? The thing is, a friend of mine from Hoenn came over and gave this to me. It reminded me of just like when he got the Pokemon egg and gave us to Togepi. We obtained the blue orb. That orb has something to do with located past Cianwood City called the Embedded Tower. Only a handful of trainers can reach there. That's why I came to you. Professor Oak thinks highly of you and you're proud champion after all. I'm sure you can solve the mystery of the orb and the secret of the ruins. Another mysterious set of ruins for us to investigate? Time to go... spelunking? I'm gonna go meet you guys over back at Cianwood City, and then we're gonna make our way to these strange ruins. Go, Twinkie Bird, away! Oh crap, missed a few things. But there was a huge tower piercing the sky. Something about a mythical Pokemon that stretched the sea and is wide in the lands. The tower is no longer standing. I'll have to get the rest of that in the game. But the embedded tower is harder than you can imagine. You need to use a rock climb as well as surf. That's really not that. Okay, I don't get this. Why do they have this spiel when you can only get this after you have, first off, beaten Red, because you have to go get the starter from Professor Oak. Second, you need rock climb, which requires you to have beaten all of them. It's like, if this was something at the start of the game, okay, that would have been something. You say, oh yeah, I use rock climb to get there. That would have made sense. But no, it's game too late, because we're already at the post game. You were at post game, then post game. Yeah, we're at post game. You know, we are like at the end of literally everything. Stop giving us hints and foreshadowing stuff when it's literally the end of the game. And over here, we've actually not explored down here much, but just basically surf this way. And yes, Snorlax actually is capable of using surf. I find that hilarious, just as you do. Here we are, the Embedded Tower. These animations take for freaking ever. There's a thing over here. Useless! That is absolutely useless, and I'll have to go find what that thing is over there. Very rocky. Yes, rock climb. Climb. Hey, how'd you get up here? Well, hello. It said that past this hole used to be a huge tower reaching far into the sky. There's a rather strange tower, half of it embedded in the cliff. It's not just a tall tower reaching the sky, but also reaching deep underground. When it even reached the bottom of the ocean. In short, the ruins connected the sky, land, and the sea all to each other. Well, this tower is now crumbled. The only way to enter the interior, where you'll see strange patterns. I'd like to save before we enter here. Of course, as you probably may guess, we have some legendary Pokemon to catch. If you are playing SoulSilver and HeartGold and SoulSilver, I actually have different recommendations for each Pokemon, because you are encountering two different Pokemon that actually are immune to certain things. For the first one, my recommendation is to bring a Pokemon with Thunder Wave. Kyogre. I love looks like this. If you actually look closely over here, these are stairs. So you can imagine what this was supposed to be. A stairway leading into the sky. Galug. I'm not doing that. Kyogre, the Sea Basin Pokemon. With fantastic stats across the board. The worst thing you can say about Kyogre is its lowest stat is 90. That's pretty dang impressive. And with its ability automatically setting rain, all of these things moves that are water type get a massive boost. Ability to just automatically have 100% accurate thunders for countering other water types is huge. Now, it is level 50, and that. So it is a bit lower leveled. You will need to be careful about not KOing this thing, and honestly I recommend bringing a Pokemon with False Swipe. Dive Balls, Dusk Balls, and actually, strangely enough, Heavy Balls are fantastic for Kyogre. With the rain boosting its water moves, Surf and especially Hydro Pump reach tsunami levels of destructive power. I already used that anyway, right. Kyogre's starting moves: Aqua Ring, Ice Beam, Ancient Power, and Water Spout. Yeah, we're 25 levels up, and it did that. Signal Beam! This thing has 140 base special defense. This thing can take hits well. Yeah. There's Ice Beam. So long as they don't crit, we're gonna be fine. I recommend, if you have something capable of doing so, change the weather immediately. Particular to Sandstorm or Hail, not by the use of the move Hail or Sandstorm, by abilities. Well, that's one of the reasons I brought Tyranitar, aka Godzilla. Want to get rid of that rain, make sure I can neutralize that Aqua Ring. That thing can get out of hand and be obnoxious real fast. Anyone who has played Ultra Sun Ultra Moon knows what Tapu Fini can do. Just gotta start chipping it down and get into the KO territory, get it into catch territory. I'm honestly probably going to just skip ahead to it, because, let's be honest, this is just gonna be annoying. But this music is also fantastic. I love the Hoenn battle music theme for the legendary Pokemon, and I mean, it's no primal battle theme from Oras, but it's definitely something great. Blah, blah, blah. Screw off, Kyogre. Signal Beam! Don't crit. Mother flipper. How many legendaries have I critted so far without trying? 778 XP for 2 Pokemon? That's nothing. That is pitiful, Kyogre. You should be ashamed of yourself. Finally, that only took like 20 minutes of freaking tossing dive balls. Actually, before we continue on with the legendary Pokemon, I do want to actually go and grab something quite important. I believe it is in this building. I actually want to grab this thing because it's something I particularly like, and didn't kind of know about until somewhat recently. I hope I actually get to show it off. I think I want to go to the 3rd floor on the first elevator. I believe, because this is where the Game Freak people are. Hey, Ethan, we haven't seen you in a long time. I hope you're actually the one we want. There we go, yes! All the Kanto badges, yes, there it is. Sound designer, we need to find sound designer. There we go. I want it. Programmer, no. Okay, you're awesome, but you're not the guy I'm looking for. Graphic designer, no. There you go. Sound designer, Kanto badges, right? That's great, absolutely cool. The GB sounds. I like this thing. It was a Game Boy. Turn on the GB sounds and some nostalgic music. I'm not a person who is very fond of the Kanto games, but I will admit, nice renditions of the music here. What do you say we register this and it plays the old school music? There's actually a couple of tracks that are different, and it continues playing into other areas. Bum 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 bum. Ba da 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 da. Ba ba da 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 da. Now, a little bit of a different pace. Yep. It's the old school Lavender Town music. All of the nightmares may come rushing back. Nope, it's actually a little bit different. I like it though. Old school Indigo Plateau. Now, I wanted to go grab this because of one particular place. One that wasn't in the original games. This area of Route 48, 47, and the Safari Zone Gate were not present in the original Gold, Silver, and Crystal. That means they must not have any of these music, right? Nope. You'll see. You'll see. They made a 16-bit rendition of this music. I just think it's beautiful. I just think that this is a beautiful song, and especially with them having turned a 16-bit version of it when one didn't even exist. I just think that's impressive. And I gotta say, that's some serious something to have done that. I'm actually not sure if this affects the battle themes. We'll have to just check that out. I guess we will. Wonder if it's gonna change wonder if it's gonna go to the 8-bit theme of surfing or the actual battle theme of surfing. Okay, yeah, okay, it's the old. Wow, it actually is the old battle theme from Gold, Silver, Crystal. This makes me wonder what they're gonna do for the Hoenn legendaries. I wanna know this now. Looks like you learn something new every single day. Sometimes a couple of new things every single day. I just hope this guy doesn't automatically make us turned off. Music so far so good. Recommend saving before we enter the remainder of the chamber. Before us stands Groudon. Grrr. Oh, it's not the old school Groudon theme. Groudon, the continent Pokemon. With a very similar looking stat distribution of stats to Kyogre, Groudon's best stat is its physical attack, 150. That's frightening, especially when using Stab Earthquake, which this thing has. Honestly, in my eyes, Groudon is not as terrifying as Kyogre, since a lot of the better moves that take advantage of Sunny Day are special in Groudon. Groudon has a good 100 special attack, but its best moves are first off non-stab, so you'll Fire Blast, Flamethrower, etc., and Solar Beam. It doesn't have Fire Punch yet. You know, I know it's no Primal Groudon with, having the Fire type stab on it, but it still shows even more how this thing needed good fire. Like, it doesn't have Fire Punch yet. It has some other good tricks that it can do. It has Rock Polish, Bulk Up, of course, and it can pretty much just do physical ground versions of what Kyogre does with Special Water. So it has Bulk Up instead of Kyogre's Calm Mind. It has Earthquake instead of, like, Ice Beam. It's weird. Groudon has good moves. Its starting moveset is actually Rest, Eruption, Earthquake, and Ancient Power. So it's actually pretty frightening with what it can do. Rest is flipping annoying. You're going to hate that move by the end of these battles. Why? Because Groudon can fully heal itself 10 times. Yeah. It's annoying. Really freaking annoying. Heavy Balls are going to be your best friend. Why? Groudon is, in this generation, the heaviest Pokemon, meaning it has the highest catch modifier applied. If you can get Groudon to basically just stay and go to sleep, of course. Of course, Groudon's gonna go to sleep. You can kind of use the sleep to your advantage by trying to catch it when it is asleep. And this is a good strategy. It's honestly a lot better than just statusing it, then switching out, statusing, switching out. It's going to override your status with its sleep regardless. So it's probably a better idea to try and catch it while it's asleep, but I don't know why, and I probably shouldn't have switched out, because I probably expected it was going to go for rest, because Groudon is a dork. Weather is honestly not as big of an issue as it is with Kyogre, because with Kyogre, you want to be neutralizing that recovery effect from Aqua Ring. That Aqua Ring is annoying. Groudon only has Rest, which honestly, Rest is not as annoying as Aqua Ring in my opinion, so you can kind of just go to town on it. Alright, good. I'm honestly not going to be showing the whole battle, because this is just going to get repetitive of me just talking about stuff. Okay, goes Ancient Power. I hope this thing does not get the all-stats up. If this gets the Omni Boost, I'm done. Good, didn't get the Omni Boost. Wow. Like 2 turns in and I caught it. Heavy Ball. We have the 8-bit catch thing! I don't know, that's awesome! I love this. It is said to have expanded the lands by evaporating water with raging heat. It battled titanically with Kyogre, while standing on top of a single little piece of dirt in the middle of a giant ocean. Seriously, Groudon, you might be strong, but you ain't smart. I still have yet to catch Kyogre in the other game yet, actually. No, I'm not gonna nickname you. We will be seeing you a bit later in HeartGold. Also, I just realized those are little squares, the little rectangles on the floor in addition to the pattern. I like that. Well, hello, that was something you don't see every day. The Pokemon was Groudon, a legend Pokemon, a Hoenn myth about shaping that region, I see. Embedded Tower is built by the people from Hoenn. So, here's one thing that I don't like. It makes no sense that why Pokemon from Hoenn is in Johto. I mean, at least with Generation 6, Generation 7, with the Ultra Space Wilds, that makes sense. This doesn't. At all. And I don't like it, of course. Only the Pokemon described in the Hoenn myth, the place is still hiding many secrets. Knowledgeable Pokemon professor may be able to tell you when you show him Groudon. There are so many connections between Pokemon and myths. See you around. We're gonna have some more stuff we gotta do. I'll see you guys then. For this next part, we're gonna want to head back to Mr. Pokemon's house. Of course, I recommend throwing up a repel, just so you don't have the annoying Pokemon bothering you. Blech. There you go, Pokemon not gonna be repelled. Now, I hope this works. I think it should. Do we need both of them? Oh yeah, I think we need both of them. BRB. Okay, so I'm actually wrong. We actually have to go to, not Mr. Pokemon's house, but Oak's laboratory. So, no, we're not going to be riding the magnet train again, because we're actually going to probably only ride that thing once, pretty much. Actually, we're going to ride it a second time. So, to Oak's laboratory. Because it's pretty much like still the same amount of flying transition you got to go at. I don't get why they have the magnet train pass, or why you just can't fly from Kanto into Johto. Because you can't fly to new towns you haven't visited yet. So, why not just make the entire thing? I mean, this is not realism we're going for at all, which is just one of the things that just is kind of weird. There we go. We're at Pallet Town. Now over to Oak's lab. Give me the thing. Hello, Crystal, you Pokemon friends, blah blah blah. By the way, it's Pokemon. Embedded Tower. Kyogre and Groudon from the Hoenn region myth. I've never dreamed to catch the Pokemon. You've proven yourself worthy. Congratulations. Trust this to you, Maxis. The Jade Orb. There's, resembles the orb you give me, Mr. Pokemon, doesn't it? It's called the Jade Orb. Something to do with Rayquaza. Yep. We're gonna be catching Rayquaza. Embedded Tower related Garden Kyogre is going there with the Jade Orb will surely make something happen. How's your Poké coming along? No, I'm embarrassed by that Pokédex lack of completion. Okay, get the team ready. Let's go catch Rayquaza. Again, many of the same recommendations for catching Rayquaza are for Groudon and Kyogre. Rayquaza has Rest, so one thing I didn't mention against Groudon that I really should have is Insomnia. That ability will prevent it from going to sleep. So you could basically do the Skill Swap Insomnia onto it with Pokemon that has Insomnia and Skill Swap, or just use a move like Worry Seed, and that way you cannot use Rest. That would be very helpful, but you know, not everyone wants to go out the way, get some Insomnia, and then just Skill Swap onto it. So I'm just going to be going brute force the old-fashioned way. Yeah, and the invention of skill swap was brilliant. It's a great movie because you strategy mind games with, which is it's brilliant. I love it. Let's go catch Rayquaza. Yeah, I'm bringing Lanayru even for Thunder Wave. Just hopefully it'll work because I just want to hope it works. I actually am hoping to plan. I can say hoping all over a lot of times. Hopefully I can use that sleep against it and just damage it while it's asleep. Do. Please tell me it doesn't immediately launch into battle. Please tell me it doesn't immediately go into battle. Please tell me it doesn't. Oh good, it didn't go immediately into battle. I don't even know how to pronounce the thing it just said. Okay. Quaza time. I like how the pattern did reshape itself. I do like that. Also, the stairs are kind of a similar color to Rayquaza. Hello, Giant Sky Noodle. Kirishia. Yeah, I guess that could make sense. Also, music again. Rayquaza is basically just bigger Salamence, honestly. If I am being brutally honest, that's pretty much what it is. And wow, it just went right for rest on the first turn. It is one of the many dragon flying types. And sort of the start of the main dragon being the main legendary being a dragon that we saw in Generation 4 and Gen 5. But as for Rayquaza itself, as I said before, it's basically just a bigger Salamence. It has more bulk, more offense, only sacrificing 5 points of speed. Airlock is an interesting ability. It does negate the effects of weather, but in my opinion, it's a bit worse than both Drizzle and even Drought, because at least Drought covers up the pretty poor weakness to water that Groudon has, and can use its not horrible special attack for Solar Beam. So there's that. Of course, what is with me KOing legendaries on HeartGold? Alright, and back to the bio. As I was saying, Airlock isn't that good, because it's not as reliable as, say, Drizzle, because Drizzle turns Kyogre's water moves into tsunami-sized destructive power. Drought at least can cover up some of the weaknesses that Groudon has and let it fight back a bit with Solar Beam, even though Solar Beam isn't its 200 base power, it isn't Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu. It's still not that bad. This just negates weather if the opponent is using weather, and Rayquaza itself can't even take advantage of weather anyway. So you're not going to be putting it on a weather team unless you have, say, a Tyranitar or a Abomasnow that's setting weather automatically. It's no Delta Stream, at least not yet. So it's good if you want a dragon to just do battle and hit stuff, but there's other dragons that bring substantially more to the table. Its moves are Air Slash, Rest, Outrage, and Ancient Power. Getting that all stats up buff can really be annoying, but at least it can kind of make up for your kind of lackluster defensive stats. You both Groudon and Kyogre have a 140 base defense, which is really good. You know, this other one is the base 90, but Rayquaza is just base 90s in both defenses, which is not that good in my opinion, at least for legendary. But then again, Rayquaza is just pure out-and-out offense. Let's try and go for a catch on. I don't think you're that heavy, so let's just go for an Ultra. Yeah, fastballs won't work on you because your base speed is 95. Paralyzed, can't move. At the very least, we're going to be stopping you from being able to use Rest a little bit. Just locking you out of Rest is a huge thing I want to just stop. Because Rest is annoying as all heck. As we saw from Aqua Ring, that's annoying on Kyogre. Yes! Rayquaza, you with the easy catch. Yes, thank you. And if you caught it in a Pokeball that was also green and has circle patterns on, even though they're not yellow, I think it's a pretty fitting Pokeball for Rayquaza, especially because it lives in the ozone layer. The sky-high Pokemon. It flies in the ozone layer, as I was just saying. Way up high in the sky. What? That is something an official scientist for Pokemon wrote. Until recently, no one had ever seen it. Makes sense. Nope. To box 2. Well, that was the last of the legendaries we are likely going to be catching. I'm conflicted as to whether I want to go catch Latios and Latias, because both of them would just be annoying to catch. And because I'd have to catch Latios in here, and then if I want to complete everything in here in HeartGold, I'd go and have to do everything in SoulSilver. So I might go get Latios, or I might catch Latias in SoulSilver, just Master Ball chuck at it. But we are not finished with everything in this episode, as you can probably see from the time bar. Go meet you guys over in Kanto for 2 more things. See you guys then. Why do I keep saying see you guys then when I'm only transitioning things? Stop doing that, me. Well, that's pretty much everything. There's only, I think, one more thing to do, and that's right here in Saffron City, aside from maybe go catch Latios or Latias, depending. And there's a couple more event things for us to go over. Oh, Forge, I'm sorry about that. Well, now that we've finished catching Rayquaza and most of the legendaries, really there's only Latios and Latias left to catch in the game, and I'm probably not going to be going over those. But there is one more thing here for us in Silph.Co. Yep. It's him. Hello, we're breaking up. I think it depends on how my dad feels. I see. I'll be on my way. Get to you soon. I remember your eyes. When I see a trainer whose eyes twinkle, I always remember. You have a Pokedex. You are such a Pokemon? Let me see. I think I could help you with that. Let's say that you have stones in front of you. Which color do you pick? Which color do we pick, indeed? Let's go over the 3 Pokemon you can get from Steven Stone. Sceptile is a very different grass-type Pokemon. Of course, she gets from the Green Stone. Instead of being one that relies on kind of status tricks with, say, Stun Spore, Poison Powder, and things of that nature, Sceptile is a bit more offense-based, stat-wise. In practice, it's not particularly spectacular. 85 attack is not good, especially on a glass cannon, and you might look at that 105 base attack, special attack, and 120 speed and think, well, it must be pretty good as a special attacker. Not really either, since most of its moves are actually physical, and the only special moves it really gets of note are Solar Beam, which pretty much every grass type gets, Giga Drain, which is still not the good move we know it as today, and Focus Blast, which is not a grass type move, and also inaccurate. Yeah, not the most spectacular yet, unfortunately. That speed is good, but it just doesn't have the offensive stats or moves to really make it. Especially this late in the game. Next, for using the red one, we have Blaziken. This is pretty much the definition of a mixed glass cannon. It's better than a certain other mixed fighting type that I've mentioned before, and its physical and special move pools are actually quite large, even with just same type attack bonus moves. It gets pretty much all the good fighting moves, gets a lot of the it's pretty much all the good fire moves, so it can make use of both of its offensive typing in a much greater way. Its speed is a bit low to be kind of what you would consider for a glass cannon, but again, this isn't really competitive focused, and this thing pretty much just destroys things with how high its stats are normally, that it can do both mixed at the same time, or it can just go into one or the other and still be almost just as amazing. Because again, it doesn't have to choose between do I have to go physical, do I have to go special, or oh, I get some mostly, it's not like Sceptile, where Sceptile just gets a lot of physical moves, and that doesn't help it. Blaziken pretty much gets good physical and special moves. So it's really good for just hitting stuff really hard. And lastly, we have I Heard You Like Them, and I like them too. Swampert is, in my opinion, the best of the 3. Its stats are the most balanced, having a good mix of bulk and some pretty decent offense. Having Stab Earthquake is also something most Pokemon typically enjoy. Its low speed might be a problem, but it makes up for this by only having a single weakness. That is one that is double weak to grass, but it's also immune to electric. So yeah, Swampert's pretty good. All three of these are not bad options, but again, we are pretty late in the game for them to be any help at all, really. But I think you know which one I'm going for. You chose correctly, I will give you Mudkip. Mudkip is always the right answer. Nah, I don't think I'm gonna give Mudkip a nickname. Take good care of it. Your caring for Pokemon will make it very happy. Well, that's not the last we've seen of Steven Stone yet. At least for now. Because there's actually one more thing I would like to show off involving Mr. Stone. You're gonna go leave the building and come back in, and I believe he is... Where is he? 1 second. Right. Gonna go to the Pewter Museum. So, next we're gonna have to head to Pewter City. Hey, we got a female Mudkip. That's actually pretty rare. Nice. You're a special Mudkip, you know that? So now what we're gonna have to do is head to the Pewter Museum for the next thing for what we can do involving Steven Stone. A lot of post-ish game stuff we can actually do involving him, which I really do like. Stuff stones and Mount Moon is possibly a moon rock. All those shining stars in the night are the stones I'll never get to know. It's pretty sad. She just wants to study rocks. It's pretty sad. But we can actually head back now, and I believe now we can go and do that trade. So we're gonna head back to Saffron City. Well, not trade, but more, well, that kind of spoiled what it is, but it's more of an interaction we could do with him. There we go. I'm just running into everything on my way back here. There we go, and here he is. He got here pretty quick, but then again, he has a Pokemon that is capable of flying. We meet again. Have you been to the Hoenn before? I have once. Well, actually, I've actually been there twice, so I like it. It is a beautiful place. The cleanest oceans you can imagine. Well, makes sense why they are. You should visit sometime. I indeed will. Hey, why don't we trade Pokemon? I've been looking for a Fortress. I can trade my Beldum for it. Yep. Fortress. I might have gotten you for that, but it's time someone else gets to appreciate you, and I also forgot that I was holding the lucky egg. Well, too bad. I'm not gonna really be needing it anymore because we kind of beat everything. There it is. Oh. And Steven sent over Iron. I will take very good care of him. You can't see Fortress in the Hoenn region. My first time to actually see one. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure to help, Steven. Oh, look at the time. I really must go. And you can't really find Beldum in Kanto or Johto. Iron is wandering around. Well, that sums up just about everything there is in HeartGold and SoulSilver. There's a few more odds and ends here and there, but for the most part, this is it. I've really enjoyed playing this. It's been an experience, and, well, I think I'll go record a bit more stuff, see if there's anything else for us to do before I go launching into the whole Fields montage. See you guys then. If there's nothing else to do, this is the ending. If there's still more, which there actually is a few more things, but I don't know exactly how we're going to be able to do them, I'll get everything to you guys, don't worry. I'm not going to take forever to release post-game content or bonus videos like a certain person I'm a fan of. See you guys next time, where we may be in another region that is not Kanto or Johto. I don't want to make things as black and white as they could be. See you guys then.